Welcome back to the Chamber Podcast, where we have a special guest with us today. My name is Dylan Blassingame.
My name is Jen Stewart with the group.
Jones, Seat Community Enrichment.
Blassingame Pest Management.
We wouldn't know.
No.
It's a mystery.
Yeah.
Janie Clark, Brightmoor Hospice. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah,
You're supposed
absolutely.
to tell us all the things.
Yeah.
All the things.
Yeah.
What other hats do you wear?
Well, I don't wear a hat, but no, I'm just kidding. My job this year is chair of the Griffin Spalding Chamber of Commerce, the best chamber in America.
In the land.
In the land.
Possibly the world.
Possibly
Yeah.
the world, yeah.
What? Are you from Griffin originally?
Well, we moved to Griffin when I was a year and a half, so does that count?
Yes.
Basically.
Basically. So I'm not going to even tell you how many years that's been, but it's been a lot. How's that? 6 decades. Do the math.
And what inspired you to get involved with the chamber?
So a couple of years ago, actually, the first time I was asked to serve on the board, Andrea Griffin was going to be chamber chair, and she actually asked me to be on the board. I was so excited. And maybe a year or so later, after I'd been on the board, we got Brightmoor Hospice received the award for, what is the one the First National gives out, like Community Inspiration Award. And I was so surprised to get it. And I don't know, I think after that I really just saw the value. I mean, I had known what the value of the chamber was. I'd already gone to business after hours and things like that, but that really impressed my boss. I will tell you, that really did him. And so he was like, you do all the chamber stuff you want to do. And so when Trudy was actually on the nominating committee, Trudy Gill, and she just said, Janie, I really want you to be an officer and work into that ranks. And I joined ambassadors kind of later. That was not the first thing I did. But so that's kind of how I got in. And now it's just like part of your, it's a large part of your schedule when you're chair. Yeah, it is. But it's okay. It's great. I'm having a great time. So.
Nice. Yeah, you're everywhere at once.
So you are too. Well, we all are.
Yes.
Everybody at this table is. Yeah. So.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your career and, how you ended up. Was there a unique story as to how you got with Brightmoor?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Very unique story.
Okay.
Funny you should ask. No. So I worked in retail for about 20 years at what was the Tiger Lily in downtown Griffin. It was a retail ladies store back when we had several ladies stores in downtown Griffin. I can remember when Crouch's decided to close their doors. We were like the last ones that sold clothes. And as that began to dwindle, I worked in the wholesale department. We actually had a wholesale company at the time. We did monogram earrings, what we started out doing. And then we did acrylics, and we did embroidery, and we did all this monogram stuff. But my boss died kind of suddenly. And Lou D. Johnston, he was very involved in downtown council and Main Street and all the things when he was alive, and just a great guy. Loved Griffin. He wasn't from Griffin either, but he loved Griffin. And his wife, who had not really been that involved with the business, I just did not feel like it was going to make it. I just felt like I didn't feel confident for myself. So my mom was actually, she's been dead 19 years. So she was actually one of Brightmoor's very first patients. I did not work for Brightmoor at the time. And I was so blown away by what hospice did and how well she was taken care of. I wasn't a nurse, but I knew there were marketing opportunities there. And I had never really worked in marketing. I say that's not true when you run a wholesale company. But I don't know, I felt really drawn to Brightmoor and what their values were. And like I said, hospice blew me away. So I actually, Skipper Burns, if y'all, do you know Skipper? Skipper was the administrator at Brightmoor Hospice at the time.
Really?
And he interviewed, I knew Skipper, of course, but he interviewed me in where the senior living is now. So, we had a ribbon cutting there. There was a wing over there where hospice was. We did not have an inpatient unit at the time. And they were building it, and when I came to work was like the second day the unit was open. And I don't know, I felt really, I was in my 50s, and I knew I had to, somebody had to know me to give me a chance. I mean, people had to know that I had value to add to the company. And it has just been a wonderful experience for me. Like I said, my mom she got the best care. And from that, I just felt like it was a place I wanted to be. So, and I do think God led me there. I do think, and of all the things that I've done in my life, I think this is really what I was meant to do. So, yeah.
You seem like the perfect person for the job, for sure.
Absolutely.
So, going off of your backstory with Brightmoor, what does your role as community outreach manager at Brightmoor involve during the day?
Okay. Well, so there's 4 of us currently that do the same job I do, just in different areas. We cover 29 counties. So I have a counterpart in Macon, I have a counterpart in Clayton Henry, I have a counterpart in Gwinnett, Newton, and Rockdale, and then we're hiring another person that will handle Coweta and Fayette. And so our job is basically to the Brightmoor footprint, or the Brightmoor, we just have to have the name in the community. Mm-hmm. So our job just really can be anything. I mean, anything that's community involved we can do. So like this morning, on Thursdays I deliver Meals on Wheels. I mean, in my little car, I'm out there delivering. At my driving board, not bulletin board, but what are those things called? You know what I mean. Signboard, whatever. Yeah. I can't think sometimes. So that is a great thing I do every week. Then I went from there to I went to have lunch with my mentee in Thomaston. So I mentor a 5th grade student in Thomaston, the school system there. Upson County is in my coverage area, so I went and had lunch with her. I delivered some things this EMS week, so I went to Wellstar EMS, and I went to AmeriPro, which serves Thomaston. And while I'm there, I'm pitching Brightmoor. Like, I had a great conversation with Matt Perry, who's the director of EMS here at Spalding, with Wellstar Spalding, about doing some training for them. And I mean, so, always trying to kind of sell the Brightmoor name. And then I went and did a craft at St. George's Court for those residents there. I go once a month to do that, and we have a great time. You can look at my schedule and tell I love doing crafts. It's just a lot of fun with seniors, and so I did that. And then I gave out T-shirts at Spalding Post-Acute, which is, of course, not our nursing home, but we have patients there. We're their preferred provider. So we did T-shirts for them for Nursing Home Week. So I was able to give those out to the staff, and that was a lot of fun. So then I came here to be with you. So that was my day.
So this is one day.
This is one day. Is one day. Yeah.
I feel like
it's a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot. But it's fun. It's fun. I mean, no day's the same.
Yep.
So when you ask, I mean, what I do, no day's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That's what keeps everything spiced up,
Yeah,
It's
so,
make it dull.
I just have to, especially in communities outside of Spalding County, and not even really so much in my counties, a lot of people don't know who Brightmoor is and what we do. Mm-hmm. So our jobs, community outreach coordinators, is just to be in the communities. And we may do chambers, we may do, I'm very active in collaboratives, not in Spalding, but in other counties. And I mean, just different things like that we can make partnerships. So we can, when it's time for something, I want people to go, that Janie girl that comes all the time, I think she would really take good care of me and make sure that I'm taken care of. And it builds a trust with the community. So That's what I do.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I already have my room picked out over there. So.
Yeah. You want to share with somebody? Or you gonna be just you and Carrie Ann?
Well, we'll get a 3 bedrooms so John Tavius can stay with us too.
That's it.
No, thank you.
He wants me to take. No, I'll be long gone. Y'all be taking care of me. What am I talking about?
Yeah. We'll come call bingo for
That's
you.
do that, please. I do that as well.
I know.
You know that. I do that as well.
What you got, John Tavius? You got any questions?
What's your favorite part about working for Brightmoor?
Well, I love meeting new people, honestly, and making new friendships. And I jokingly, as we were starting this, I talked about my friends, and I've made a lot of friends through the chamber and through doing community things. I mean, John Tavius and I can remember the first time I met him, and I said, "You've got to come do such and such and such." And he's like, "Who is this crazy lady?" But I mean, really, just making the friendships and knowing that I can, call on people. When you have a rough time in your life, I've had a little hiccup with a house, and thank goodness I had friends. Mm-hmm. I mean, that really were able to help me to guide me and direct me, and then. You just never know when you're going to need to call on somebody.
Absolutely.
And so being in the community and knowing a lot of people, it makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
It really does.
Because it's people you can trust too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
100%. What you got, Jen?
Well, I think we've covered a lot about Brightmoor. And so what would you say is your favorite part about being in leadership in the chamber?
Well, first of all, the rest of the team, not just Cindy, Allison, and Wanda, but our board and our ambassadors. We have an amazing group of people at the Griffin Spalding Chamber, and it's not just employees, it's everybody. And again, you're making friendships. I mean, we laugh about that, but I mean, we're making friendships. We really are. And those people, when you ask them to do something, really rise to the occasion. And I love working with them. They're just great people. I mean, everybody that's on the board or an ambassador, they're just great. They're great.
And we're always looking for new ambassadors.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
First Thursday of every month.
Yeah.
8:30.
And John Tavius takes great notes and gets it right out to you, so you know exactly what you're supposed to do for the month.
You know
So-
exactly what you signed up for in that
That's
meeting.
right.
And
Or
so-
if you weren't there, what you didn't sign up
Yeah.
for.
I know a lot of people start at the ambassador level and move up that way, and I always kind of wanted to be an ambassador, and I just didn't. I really thought you had to be nominated or something, but you certainly do not. All you have to do is come. But the other thing, so I kind of got into leadership before I got into ambassadors, but that gave me a whole nother group of people to depend, to involve. And I see new people, like yesterday in tourism, Olivia with Home 2 Suites did a program, and
It was amazing. She did a great presentation.
it was great, wasn't it, Jen? And her enthusiasm, it was amazing. And it's just great. I mean, it's just great. You're seeing a good side of people.
It's very positive, too.
It
Not
is.
a lot of negativity in that group, I would
No,
say.
it's not. It's not.
Everybody's excited to
Yeah.
help Griffin Spalding grow,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It is. It is definitely the fun group.
Yeah.
And so I say, as I'm going into I'm almost halfway through it's hard to believe.
It is.
But then I'll have a year as past chair. But the great thing is I'll be able to stay plugged in with ambassadors.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
You just said, you only have really half a year left as chair. Are there any priorities that you have left that you want to achieve?
Well, I think we've been really good about staying on task this year. Trudy did our training, and she did a phenomenal job. Trudy Gill did a great job. And we really have every month, I think, reviewed our goals and looked at what we wanted to do. And I think there's a couple of things I still would like for us to do. Like, I really would like for us to have an outside of a chamber meeting kind of fun thing to do. They went to the governor's mansion, but I think there were some other things we wanted to do. I think those really build the bonds. Mm-hmm. And when you have those good bonds with those people, they're going to work for you. They're going to say, yeah, I want to do that. I want to be involved with that. So, yeah.
Some of us went to the Rage Room.
Yes, I know.
That was fun.
That was
Yeah.
fun. That was an ambassador outing, yeah.
Yeah.
Was.
Yeah. But we wanted to do more for the board because ambassadors, we do fun things.
Yeah.
We do.
But and we did end up opening the trip to the governor's mansion to the board. But I do want us to do some fun things. Josh and Suzanne and I really, that was like the greatest. I mean, how could I get such great people? I mean, they're amazing. And so we probably will have a mid-year kind of touch because I want to be able to work on some things that Josh wants to do as well. So it's not just, it's an easier transition for
Yeah.
him. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That way he's already
Yeah.
kind of on the ground running.
Yeah. 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 So I mean, I think that'll help him. Yeah. He's going to do a great job.
Oh, yeah,
Suzanne
for
as
sure.
well.
Yes.
We're really, really lucky, and that we have some great leaders, and all of us. You went through a leadership class, didn't you, Jen?
Not
you,
yet.
Oh, you're
you
missing
need to
out.
do it.
You really
That
need to
day
do
job
it.
really gets in the way
I
of my.
understand that. I understand that.
Work's
My
not
fun life.
important. It's just
Yeah.
one Friday a month.
Yeah.
Who cares about your job?
Yeah, who cares about your job? But that leadership group, I think, those leadership classes, I think really, especially the past 3, maybe 4 years, have produced some great leadership for our chamber. I mean, I look around the boardroom, and so many people are graduates of Leadership Griffin Spalding. And I mean, we the same in ambassadors. I mean, I think we see a lot of those people. You learn a lot of things about yourself. I learned a lot about how I need to deal with people that are not my age, not my, the Gen Xers and all those people. I mean, how we really communicate differently.
Yeah.
And it makes a big difference. It was a great experience, but I do see us really, the fruits of those labors are really coming through. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Another plug for leadership.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What makes Griffin Spalding special to you?
Well, it is home. And I think a lot of us that grew up here thought, we're never coming back to Griffin. But I don't know. I've worked in other places in other towns, and, I've heard people say the bad things, but I don't know. I think Griffin's a great place to be. I think it's a great place to raise children. Everybody knows, they gonna know you. I used to tell my kids, don't be doing too much bad stuff, because I promise you, somebody is gonna know your mama. And so I just think it's a wonderful place to live. We have so many positive things I see, and I love seeing youth in taking leadership roles, and really, I say youth because I'm looking at the 3 of y'all, but younger than me. But y'all are working in the community, trying to make it a better place, and I think that's great. I think that's amazing. So I don't know, just the hometown feel. It's I have great fond memories. I went to high school here. Actually, I went to high school right over there at the old Griffin High, and just had great memories. It's a great place to be, and it's when you have history in a place, after a while, I'm kind of I want to be like, put my roots down. I don't really want to go to a lot of other places, and so I think it's a great place to live. I do.
I agree. I love Griffin.
Yeah. And I think y'all all do, because obviously y'all are doing things to make Griffin a better place to be. So, yeah.
And I sound like a broken record because I feel like I say this all the time, but when you get involved in your community, I feel like you end up loving where you live even
Absolutely.
more.
Well, you
For
want
sure.
to make it a great place. I mean, that's what you want. You want it to be a healthy environment for your family. I mean, so absolutely, yeah, you do.
Nice.
What's one thing that most people don't know about you?
Oh Lord, I think most people know I'm kind of an open book. I would say that I was an Auburn fan, or that I went to Auburn, graduate of Auburn University, but I would said that in a group that nobody knew me, so they did. It was truly a fact that they would have never known. However, people around me that know me Like when you pulled up that Georgia hat a while ago, I said, I'm not ever wearing that thing, right?
Yeah, to be clear, it wasn't mine.
Yes, it wasn't yours. It was the Georgia graduate down there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, that's right.
I gave it away. It's Dylan's.
It's Dylan's.
He gave it to me as a gift.
He's so nice.
Because we're friends.
But just because you don't wear hats, I mean, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, Jen. You know, I have 2 kids. I mean, I think most people know I have one, Beth, that lives here with my adorable grandbaby. Raina lives here, actually. and my son actually went to Mississippi State. A lot of people don't know that. He went to Mississippi State, graduated. He lives...
Was that a kept secret of the family? You didn't want to get
it
out?
wasn't. I
Didn't
actually...
go to Auburn?
I actually loved Mississippi State. It's a very similar school to Auburn. It was great. He was a great experience for him. He would not even apply to Georgia.
Really?
He would not. He would not even apply to Georgia. And he lives in Vicksburg, but I mean, my friends all know that. I don't know. Oh, they probably wouldn't know this. So I majored in secondary history education. And in the 80s, which some of you don't even know what that century was, that decade was.
Some of us do.
Some of us do, but those 2 down there,
They don't.
are way far from the 80s. But in the 80s, Jen, you can remember every person that taught history on the high school level was what? A coach.
Yep.
It was really hard to find a job. There was a freeze on hiring. So I went to work for a travel agency. I actually worked for Griffin Travel here. So I did have a career before the Tiger Lily, so maybe a lot of people don't know that. And I worked in the travel business for about 15 years. And then it just, again, I needed to be home. I had Beth, and I needed to be more stable. I also, my very first job was working for Trudy Gill. When she first came to Griffin, a lot of people probably don't know that, there was a restaurant over here on the other side of Ace, over where the Hobbs Pharmacy used to be. There's a big building right there. It's not Edward Jones, but Raymond James or something that's in there now. So that was a restaurant, and Trudy actually trained me to be a waitress.
Wow.
That is how. So a lot of people probably don't know that. That's the big thing, right? Trudy trained me to be a waitress.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah.
And she had just come to Griffin, and so I've known Trudy since I was 22, 23. Yeah, a long time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're probably the best waitress around then.
She was let me tell you, she was tough. And then, back, again, here you got to have friends and connections, because I had another little rough patch in life when I separated from my first husband, and I had to work another job. And I worked for Trudy at the Elks Club, so yeah, I went back to waitressing. I was just going to do a little bit, and I got in there, and she threw me out on the floor, and I said, okay, well, I guess I'll waitress
Here we go.
again. Here we go again. But that was a godsend for me, too. And again, connections, people and being involved in your community. So, yeah.
Very nice.
Full circle. So Dr. Cheryl, at the end of last episode, sang a song at the end.
That's not
So
going to happen.
did you prepare yours?
No, that's not going to happen. Now, I choir sing, but not individual
Okay,
sing. No
gotcha.
soloist.
Well,
Dr.
maybe.
Cheryl she is the bomb.
Yeah.
She's amazing, yeah.
She is. And maybe at the next Business After Hours in June.
Oh, yeah.
Third Tuesday in June.
And where
you
are we
can
gonna
see
be?
Janie skate
Yeah, where are we going to be?
at the Griffin Skate Inn.
And who is sponsoring that Business After Hours?
It's in a partnership with the By Group.
Mm-hmm.
And, everybody knows I love skating.
Yes.
And that family is amazing. But also, I've heard Janie's going to put on some skates. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
for it. I'm down for it if they let us do it.
we all need to be there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
good.
have insurance.
I have insurance.
You have insurance.
I have the big M, the red, white, blue card.
Look at that.
Look at that.
The Southern Harm Roller Derby will also be there.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm excited to learn about that.
Yeah.
And what kind of roller derby do they do?
Flat track.
Flat track.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good time. Is everybody going to skate?
I'm not skating. I will spectate.
No, John Tavius is not skating. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised Dylan's not going to be honest with you. But John Tavius, I could already told you that's a big negative. Look at him.
She gets me.
Don't you love that?
Yes.
He's my
So
son.
sweet.
I know. I have lots of sons.
All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming
Oh
out, Miss
God,
Janie.
thank you. Thank
It's been a
y'all.
blast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any last words?
Well, I do love Griffin and I love Brightmoor, and I love the chamber. I mean, honestly, I do. And I think when you're enthusiastic about something, and when you love something, you really don't work. I mean, honestly,
It's true.
I mean, there are days that I'm tired or those kind of things, but my job's amazing and my company's amazing, and I'm so thankful for that. Our chamber is phenomenal. So if you are not an ambassador or chamber member, you need to join. We are a lot of fun. We are. Yeah.
We're so fun.
We're so much fun.
Yeah. Just-
Before we let you go, you got to tell us who your least favorite person is at this table.
Don't.
It's okay if it's Jen.
He's always trying to start some stuff.
John Tavius. I know, yes, John Tavius, I will admit, he is my favorite.
That's all he wanted. I don't know why he
And
did
he
throw me in
knows
front
that.
of the bus.
He knows
Could have
that,
just
don't you,
say
John?
who's the favorite.
He does.
Not
Look at
the
him.
least favorite.
Yeah, but I would never say that any of y'all are least favorites because y'all are all way on up there.
Well, thank you.
Way on up there.
Jen
is
knows
you
it's
wanted.
her. It's
Jen
okay,
knows
Jen.
it's her.
It's
Hey,
okay.
it's Corey Brown that I work with. I'll say, Chuck's boys are around all the time. He goes, well, don't lie. You know I'm the favorite, which he is my favorite. I'm not lying. He is my favorite, but he's like, don't lie to them. You know I'm your favorite. Yes, you are. Okay.
At least you're honest.
I am honest. I am.
And this is the fun you can have with members of the chamber.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much,
Oh,
Janie.
you're welcome.
It was great.
It was fun. Anytime, I love to talk.
Oh, yeah.
Have
yeah.
you never, did you know that?
Yeah,
did.
we knew you'd be a
Okay.
good guest.
That was one of the 100 facts we know about you.
That's right. One of the 100 facts.
In the open book called Janie Clark.
And the
Yeah.
open book called Janie Clark. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.